So action plan, new conversations. We talked about this. This is a 3-2-1 action plan. If you're not getting this many contacts a day, you should really be doing double this, by the way, but this is just a good intro. 3 new conversations every day. 2 pipeline follow-ups, so 2 clients that are already in your pipeline. Think open houses, internet leads, whatever it may be. And then a value add post. Are you sharing content every single day that showcases that you're an expert, that showcases genuine value? Not a just sold post. No one cares that you just sold a house. Agents don't care. Your clients don't care. What are you doing to give them actual value? Market data. Did you know? Do you like this? Interactions. And it's not about doing everything. It's just doing something consistently, because so many agents will do like one thing a week across like 50 different things. And then none of it works because you did just enough to fail across the board. And for most of you agents, if you're like, I'm not where I want to be in sales, look, we don't want you to fail. We want you to succeed. So you got to pick the couple things that you're going to do consistently every single day that's going to move that needle. Now, keep this in mind. Just this right here is only 5 contacts a day, 3 and 2. How long do you think it should take you guys to make 5 contacts a day?
With for sale by owners, I could do it in an hour. I mean, I made 5 listings in a day just driving around.
Okay. But look, man, if it's getting you the closings, that's great. You know, the big thing is circle prospecting is a high burn rate, because you call 100 people circle prospecting and none of them want to sell a house. For sale by owners, we know they want to sell, but notoriously they hate real estate agents. You know, sometimes they're a hard conversion, right? So the reality is, if you're getting enough contacts out of it, that's getting you enough appointments, keep doing it. Flip side is, like an open house, the close rate should be 10 to 20% on open house visitors. So if you get 50 people a month from open houses, you should really have 5 deals a month coming out of opens if you were following up the way you should be. So the reality, 5 contacts a day, though, like you said, an hour, pretty much. So if you're not having at least 5 a day, and to my team, this is a question for y'all because y'all know the answer. If you're doing 5 a day, 50 a week, how many houses are you going to close a year on average? I beat these numbers into their heads. So 5 a day, 50 a week, how many houses are you selling a year? 12 homes, right? 50 conversations a week, it's 1 house a month on average. And that's because if you have 50 conversations, you're likely to get 1 appointment, and out of every 3 appointments, you're going to get a sale statistically. So if you're on this call and you sell less than 12 homes a year, ask yourself, am I having 50 conversations a week? If you're trying to sell more, if you want to do 2 deals a month, then what does that mean, right? 100 conversations a week. So you need to double what we're talking about. The other stat that you may want to put in your head is, if you count the length of your conversations, if you can get your conversations to be 2 minutes or longer, if you can have 50 conversations that are 2+ minutes a week, then you will average 3 deals per month. Does that make sense? So if you're just having 50 real estate conversations, that means, you know, I call Carrie and I'm like, hey man, I saw you wanted to buy a house and registered. And Carrie's like, go kill yourself, Jared. And I'm like, okay, great, bye. You know, that's a conversation, right? But it's not 2 minutes. So you're just averaging how many times you talk about real estate, it's 50 a week. So if you're like, I want to sell 1 house a month, it's 50 like that a week. But if you're like, I want to sell 36 a year, 3 a month, then you really need 2+ minute conversations, and you need 50 of them a week. So these are easy numbers. So if you're new into the business, or if you're coming to the business and you're like, I'm not hitting my numbers the way I need to, these are legit statistics, where most of the time when I talk to my team, if they're not hitting their numbers, I know it's just the fact that they're not putting in the work to hit it. So that's all we're talking about, is just restarting to make sure you're hitting those numbers. So this 3-2-1 plan, this is about a 1 deal a month plan. But if you want to do 2, you need to double it every single day. Okay? Reframing the slow season. Your perspective shapes your performance, right? When you change how you see the market, it changes how you show up for it. So this is what I've heard from a lot of agents this year. They've said the market's slow, right? This is a down market. Everyone's struggling. I should wait for conditions to improve. I see it all the time. But here's the reality. This is a skill building market, right? If you were in this in 2021, it was really easy, right? People were just coming out of the woodwork and buying and selling houses. You didn't really have to do much work to sell them. You threw a sign out and they sold. While others are slowing down, I'm standing out and getting stronger. So most agents are slowing down right now, which means this is the perfect time to stand out, to build your business, to build relationships, and then position yourself for the upswing. Here's a stat for you, because most of you guys are with EXP, and EXP kind of follows the market because we're so big. Did you know the market itself is about 2% up in our market? It's about 2% nationwide. It's pretty flat over last year, and last year was just the lowest in transactional history since 19 1995. So this is what's so interesting. As the market has shifted, right, what's happened? Well, we had 1.6 million realtors in the industry last year. Now we're down to 1.2, which means 25% of the agents in the country have failed and gotten out of the business. So 25% said, oh, the market's just bad, everybody's struggling, I'm gonna quit. Then you have the agents that are still here, and they're freaking out right now, right? Because they're like, holy crap, what do I do? This is not what it used to be, right? The top 250 at EXP, which remember, we're number one in the world for transactions with everybody, but if you took out 87,000 and you just left us, the top 250, we rank number 7 in the world. Just with the top 250, you take 87,000 agents off, we still rank number 7 in the world. The average of the 250, we're up 15% this year in a stagnant market. So what does that tell you? Well, it tells you that the agents that are building their skills and their systems and they're putting in the consistent work, they're still growing, because we know that as the market swings back, right, what's going to happen, right? Our sales are going to explode. So if you're one of those agents now that's stagnant because you're thinking, oh, it's the market, just know 25% of the agents are gone right now. So this is when you can come in, you can take all that business that they would have had. Think about that. This is a great opportunity. What's one habit right now that would make you unstoppable if you just doubled down on it? One thing, if you just doubled down on it, what would make you consistent?
Post them more on the internet.
What is that?
Yeah, post them more value on the internet through my social media platform.
Okay, I like that. Almost every one-on-one I have, when people say I'm selling this, I just want to sell that. When we break down the numbers, almost every time they're selling exactly what they should be selling for the amount of numbers they're putting in. If they're not, right, it's typically a sales issue, a conversion issue, a scripting issue. Like we gotta hone their skills. But for the most part, people that know what they're doing, they know how to talk to people. Like Mustafa, I had a one-on-one with him a while back. He's literally selling the exact amount of houses per month that he should be selling based on the amount of conversation he's having. He's dead on. So the only way you grow that is you double down on the stuff that you know is working. So just keep that in mind. It's different for everybody. It's not a one fit answer because everybody's pulling their stuff from different places. So you just have to figure out what is working and what can I double down right now to kickstart into the new year. Okay. Accountability equals ownership plus visibility. So real accountability happens when you take ownership of your numbers and you make your progress visible to others. Private goals stay flexible. Public commitments create discipline. Okay, so the reason I put this out here is because I want you guys to figure out how maybe you can help each other as far as a strategy, right? Find your accountability. Text one person right now and ask them to check in your progress this week, or what's your micro win that you want to make happen. Here's something that we could all do together. If you're in our group, almost all of you are in our Omega agent chat that we have going on. And if you're not, I'm happy to add you to it. Just know that our Omega chat, it kind of started local and then it's grown. So now we have agents that are kind of all over in it. If you're in it, you will see a lot of local stuff because people will ask for contractors and they'll do this and that. The flip side is we have agents that share their stuff. Daniel Harnberger said he was going to set himself on fire if he didn't sell 60 houses this year. By golly, he's done it. He just took his 60th listing and he put it in the Omega chat and was like, hey, I just took 60 and we're not even done with the year yet, right? So if you want that accountability, think about who on this call you know that you can, keep as an accountability buddy. Like, let's figure out how we all come together. And for those of y'all that have teams, keep in mind a lot of the accountability stuff can go across teams. Tyler and Nick, you guys role play on a weekly basis, don't you? So Nick is not on my team. Nick is actually on Rich Easton's team. Tyler is on my team, yet they're role playing together on a regular basis. We run our live role play days where people from all different teams come, right? So if you're in a different state and you don't have like a live role play, take that leadership action and build one. It just works. Cocktails for closers, accountability together. We want everybody to see the value, but just think about who you can set your goals with and who you can be accountable to. So think about your micro wins, write them down. Key takeaways: momentum is built. It's not magic, deliberate action. Follow the formula. Figure out what are you lacking right now. Is it clarity? Is it consistency? Is it confidence? And work on those 3 things. And then track your daily wins. Write these things down. Check them off. Get that dopamine hit, right? As you do the action, it creates the evidence that it works. You have your key performance indicators, your KPIs. That evidence builds relief. You're not so stressed because it's working. And then that belief is what's going to keep the momentum going. So that's the thought today. I also have something else I'm going to drop in the chat box for you guys if you want to download it. So this is based on everything we talked about today. Ultimately, it kind of gives you some of the things, but here's your 3, 2, 1 action plan, right? Complete this rhythm every day. A weekly reflection grid. So you can rate, hey man, 1 to 5 each day. day? How was your clarity? How was your consistency? How was your confidence? What was your key win of the day? This is the kind of stuff that we do on our morning huddles as a team, but this is stuff that you can do on your own. And then momentum reset prompts, which one small win I can create in the next 10 minutes. Who can I help today that would move me closer to momentum? What would the most disciplined version of me do right now? Next week commitment, top 3 priorities for next week. Who's your accountability partner? And hopefully that helps if you want it. If you want something more detailed than that, I recommend Brendan Burchard's Daily Planner. Tyler, you're using it now, are you not?
Using it, getting consistent every day.
How has it been? How do you like using it?
Just ask intuitive questions. The one, start your day the night before, but 2, give a good, solid reflection on your day. Because sometimes I leave the office not satisfied if I didn't set the appointment, but the fact of the matter is I did make the calls. I did get up, go to the office, and do the things that I had to do that day.
Yeah, it's $20. It lets you build your daily calendar every day. It asks you thought-provoking questions each day, and then it has a recap in the evening where you rate your day and you can actually answer, did you do the stuff that you wanted to do? So if you guys are lacking clarity, all of that stuff will be very helpful. I just think right now is the time when I'm trying to get everybody to just foot on the gas. I told Shanisha this the other day. January's notoriously are when I've made some of my biggest money. This year I did like $700,000 in income in January. It was the best month I've ever had. And it was January. And most people were just like asleep. And so I tell people, if you push right now, it's going to be good. And in January this year, it's going to be good. We got a land deal closing out. We got stuff finalizing. Like I think we're already 200K in for January, which is great. So the reality is this is when you can really crush, but people's mindset makes them stop. People's mindset makes them say, I guess spring is when I'm going to start making some cash. Don't do that. Put down now. You'll crush January. You'll have a good first quarter and your spring's going to be banging. Anybody that wants to ever reach out to me personally, you know, sometimes I can be a little slow. It's not that I'm not on it. We're just sitting in appointments most of the time. My cell, I just put in the chat. It's 804-536-6100. This will be on YouTube later. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're welcome to text me as well and see if I can help you in any way. So thank you guys. Appreciate it today. Thank you so much for tuning in to one of our weekly training calls. Obviously, you caught the recorded session, but if you're interested in catching any of our live sessions that we do them typically on Mondays. I'm going to put the link below. So if you want to join any of our trainings live so that you can participate, so you can comment, ask questions, feel free to come. This is for our EXP group that we have here, our Omega group of agents, but it's open to anybody that wants to join really. So if you're looking for coaching, if you're looking for training, feel free to hit that link below and we'll see you on one of our live calls.